Hey everybody, what's up? It's Bo here from Guitars and Games. How are you all doing today? How are you all doing? Hope y'all are doing well. Thank you for coming to the channel and checking it out. I do appreciate it. Uh, Today we have a reaction to the next sleep token video. This is called The Way That You Were. So we're going to check it out. I hope you all are doing well. Thank you for coming to the channel. I really do appreciate it. If you're new here, my name is Bo. I do all sorts of things, mostly music reactions. I do indie horror and sci-fi short film reactions. I play video games. I have original music. I live stream almost every day on Twitch, and I live stream twice a week on YouTube. So all sorts of stuff for you to find and explore. So let's get into the reaction. That's what we should do. I am going to switch to the reaction. I will see you in about 6 seconds. All right, all right. So here we go. This is Sleep Token, The Way You Were.
We are not young enough to know how to sit and say nothing like we would. And you are too tired to control how you look like you feel like you should. And you think I don't know
How you look like you feel you should. I want to hear that again.
like you feel like you should. And you think I don't notice the way that you wear and act like you don't feel it. The way that you wear and you barely believe it. The way that you wear.
Okay. That's interesting. Let me do this real quick. I want to pull up the lyrics real quick. Because that is an interesting. Sorry, I had to lean over to the side because I got my other keyboard over here for the second computer. All right, we're not too young to know how to. Yeah, I got that. To tear the knife. Okay. Okay. That first part though, we are not young enough to know how to sit and say nothing like we would. You know, it is a very interesting thing when you can sit with somebody and not speak and it's okay. You know what I mean? Like my wife and I do that sometimes. We've been married for 23 years and we've been together for 26. And, you know, sometimes we'll just be sitting upstairs in the same room, not speaking, and it's okay, you know, because we know each other. And, you know, sometimes just sitting in silence in the same room with the person you love is just amazing. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
And I'm so ready to tear that knife from what once would have been dead fingers lying blue against the floor. And you will no longer stand between collapsing walls, wearing a smart you'll like you can't bear it and tear off the
Oh my gosh, that line is awful. I mean, it's a good line. It's so sad. And like, I know, like, if you truly like love somebody, you would want to do anything for them. Save them from themselves if you could. But to me, it sounds like He's like, he can't do it. He can't save her because if he saved her, he would technically kill her, or kill the person she is, because the bad part of her is still part of her. You know what I mean? Like, maybe the bad side of her hasn't reconciled with the good side of her. So if he kills one side, he kills the other because they're a part of the same whole. I don't know. I'm trying to be introspective. This is so sad. This is so sad. This is so sad. I'll see you in a minute. I mean, that is just awful. That is so sad. I mean, basically, it's like you love somebody and they're broken, but if you fix them or they get fixed, maybe they're not going to be the same person. That's okay. That's so true. Because, like, I mean, I'm getting a little emotional right now. I don't know. I mean, if you love somebody and you want them to be happy, you want them to be whole and you want them to be well, you know, and like you said, that line about trying to tear the knife that's killing you away, but and hoping that the standing between collapsing walls wearing a smile, that is like the perfect definition of mental illness for me. Like, that's what I feel like a lot, because I have to be out in this world smiling and everything around me feels like it's just crumbling. And it's not, but it feels like it is, and you get those feelings and you get those fears, but they are a part of you. Your pain is a part of you and your trauma is a part of you. And it's scary thought if you fall in love with somebody who has a lot of trauma and a lot of, some mental illness, if they get it, if they get healed, or if they get, if something happens and they, for some reason, get better with whatever they have, sometimes, that's literally messing with your brain's chemistry sometimes. And they might not be the same person on the other side of the healing. And that is a scary thought, you know? And when you're with somebody like that, and like his last verse, you want them so bad and you get so angry because it's just like, how did they do this to you? How did people do this to you? You know, why did it go so far that you were so broken that you became a different person, And it's so sad because, people need to like feel loved. And it's hard to love somebody, and it's hard. I can't imagine, like, it's like, my brother-in-law committed suicide about 13 years ago, I think. 12 years ago. I think maybe 13 years ago. And I loved him so much. He was a great guy. He had a traumatic brain injury, and he came out of it a different person. He was a completely different person. And it ended up like he had this traumatic brain injury, and he had to have surgery, like emergency open brain surgery, where they popped his skull off, and they saved him. But it wasn't him that came out of it. And he was way different. He was angry at everybody. He was aggressive. He was like just mean and nasty. And so he had this traumatic brain injury. And within a year, he and his wife were having severe marital problems because, he just turned into this like asshole. And he unalived himself on her birthday because he's a jerk. But, and like, it's true, like things that happen in your brain just they change you, and it's hard to deal with that, and it's hard to know, and that can be just as bad. It's kind of like when you have an Alzheimer's patient, an Alzheimer's relative, and basically they die twice, because the person they were is gone, and then they physically die, so you lose the person twice. And that's almost what this scene sounds like to me. It's like if you get, this person, they may be the love of your life and you may be interested, but if they heal themselves to the betterment of themselves, they may not be the same person on the other side. It's because the brain's a tricky thing. All right. So that's a great song. I mean, it's a great song. I love the church organ in the beginning sounding. That was cool. But I am going to end that here. I hope you all have a great day. I will see you all later. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's keep this going. All right. All right. I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.